discussions online are not dominated by the investors.
No.
They're dominated by my good friends, Dixon, Bagero, Aluko, people who I actually respect, because when you sit with them and just listen to them where they're coming from, you learn a lot from them. But then somebody just wakes up and decide, mada si kitu ya maana, Isuzu
Isuzu ni lorry.
Because
that is what
okay?
they use. Yeah.
And I'm like,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Busworld Chronicles podcast, the stories that matter and the stories that drive you. Today I'm honored to be hosting one of the very technical and knowledgeable guys about buses that I know around. I've been looking for him for quite some time and I'm actually happy he's here. Today I'm joined by Ananda Anjeyo. Have I said your name correctly?
yes, Ananda Anjeyo is the most correct way you can say it. Where I come from, it's butchered properly.
How do they butcher it?
Where? Ananda. Ananda.
Okay.
Some say Anjeyo. You know, it depends on where they come from. But Ananda Anjeyo is correct. You got it. Spot on. Yeah.
I don't think my introduction will do justice. So kindly request to introduce yourself because I don't think I'll cover everything.
Well, okay. So let me keep it short because
no, don't keep it short. Don't be modest.
okay. You said it. So my name is Ananda Anjeyo, also known as Double A. And then the other thing is people don't know I have an English name. My English name is Eric, but I really, send me M-Pesa, you'll see it.
It's Eric.
Yeah, I have an English name that's Eric, but I rarely use it. So Ananda Anjeyo fits perfectly. There's another funny nickname because of my beards. They call me Nabi. That's for Twitter people only. But anyway, it's a name. Probably show them the jersey when they exit.
Yes,
so
we'll do that.
I'm a believer. I love the Lord, personal savior, and I serve Him in the industry that He has provided me of automotive, of which I've been in hands-on since 2021. But I've been in and out of the bus world. Actually, I've been in the bus world from the time I was probably around 4 or 5 years. I'll come to that later on. Yes, the knowledge yangu inatoka mbali ya buses, and that's because of the environment that I grew up around. But currently, I am a sales agent at CFAO Mobility Eldoret branch, where I'm tasked with creating and converting customers to purchase Sinotruck Ho, both the tippers and the light trucks. There's Mercedes-Benz Actros, then Mercedes-Benz buses.
The 1730.
Yeah, 1730 and 917.
Okay.
And then I have Hino 500, both buses and trucks. I have Hino FG 500. It's a very niche product. It's the way like Isuzu have FRR and FVR, one and the same vehicle. Yes, so even for us, the FC500 and the FG500 are pretty much the same truck. It's just that one has a sleeper cabin. That's the FG500, has a bigger wheelbase than the FC500 and the FM500 series, which has a tipper, that's a 2626, and a prime mover, the 2635. The 35 stands for 350 horsepower. Yeah.
Hauling 26 tons.
Yes, okay. Yes. And I joined CFAO this year in February, March there. Previously, I was at Tata. For 4 years, I wore that shirt comfortably and confidently to the point that I was seen as the ambassador of Tata because it's an Indian product that people are like, this is the black face behind. It's sort of a racist take, but people would say that he's more of the African face of Tata, which I've been based in Eldoret since 2021. But then my love for engines didn't start as
2021.
It didn't start in 2021. I was born in Rift Valley, so I'll just bring my journey to around 6 years, where I joined Hill School, Eldoret. But my parents used to stay at Mosoriot Teachers College, currently now Koitalel Arab Samoei University College. Now, during teaching practice, I would hitch a ride in the buses that Mosoriot TTC had. So there was I used to call it Basimkate, but that's a Leyland. It's a British Leyland. It used to look like a loaf, an unsliced loaf. I can't remember, but it was a Leyland. And then they also had a Leyland Viking. It was a KAD 443M. Oh, I'm good with number plates, so I'll mention some things.
Wonderful.
So there was a KAD 433, 443M, which was towards the end of Leyland, leaving British origins and switching towards Indian, where it is now Ashok Leyland. Okay. So that one used to be I remember it vividly because it used to have a very unique engine sound, of which ikienda kwa mteremko, you would actually know this thing is flying, but the hill would catch up with it because it contained a naturally aspirated, aka non-turbo engine. Yes. And then that's also the first encounter I had with the Isuzu DQR. Those KUV 160 or 190, one of the two. Because I think at that time, most TTCs, especially those that were under the government, had a lot of Isuzu DQR. Which was again a naturally aspirated engine. So by the time I was leaving in 1997, I was leaving Mosoro TTC to now go full boarding. I had encountered literally every bus engine that was available to me from that young age. Okay. Yes. In between the travels, of course, special mention to my first MV 118 was Tropical Linus. It used to have the Monica Lewinsky. It was yellow in color.
Yes, I've seen that.
It was yellow in color. It's somewhere in Busworld. It's somewhere there. I remember it. I had a stint with the Volvos for Nyayo bus, because now when Mosoriot TTC was off teaching practice, it would mean I take public transport. And sometimes the timing that I would leave in the morning for school would have me get the Nyayo bus. And then also some little, now during the holidays, my first experience with the Scania F93, that was a Kamba, KAA, ends with M. It's also on my timeline somewhere. I think it's 040 something. Yes, ends with M. Yes, that was my first Scania. And I was actually shocked at how, F93s weren't like F94s. I don't know if it was naturally aspirated.
I think they were naturally aspirated.
But it was quite something. Yes. It was quite something. It was different from all the other bus experiences. So over the years, there's no bus engine that I don't think I have encountered, except FVR 34. And I have nothing, and I think my day for that is coming. But I've encountered a Scania F94, Akamba, Eldoret Express, KAN 205K. KAP Ikona 32W. Yes, it's currently on the road. 633W. Yes. I've encountered my first F330. Oh, another KS coast bus, F94. But my first F330 was again coast bus, KAT something. Kisumu, Mombasa, and then now hii nilitoka kwa route juzi Mapepe, Eldoret Express. Yes, KBE 438E, that one disappeared. Quite a number, Modern Coast, all the KBBs. all the KBBs 190, 191, 192, 193. All of them nimepanda zote.
You boarded all of them.
Yes. Those are time mambo ya roho ilikuwa inanipeleka Mombasa sana. So
It happens to all of us.
It happens to the best of all. So nilikuwa nikitoka Eldoret, nilikuwa natoka Nairobi wakati nilikuwa campus, nikikimbia Mombasa, majority unapata Scania. Yes. So for me I've grown up around big engines. So even when I found myself selling trucks and buses, like, it didn't shock me. It didn't shock me at all.
It's a natural path.
Yeah. And I've not studied anything to do with those engines. I just know by virtue of using the internet to my great advantage, and then also just hands-on experience by talking to drivers on where they are. So yeah, that's why I told you my introduction can last an entire day. So let's stop it at that.
I feel like you should go on.
No, maybe just to add, just the last thing I'd probably add on the intro is there's a lot that I have learned over the years with regard to whatever transport solutions that are offered in the country. The advent of Euro 4 emissions in the country and higher at some point, where we moved from Euro 2 to jumped all the way into Euro 4. We didn't go Euro 3, we didn't go... actually, there's some who are unrated. They from unrated to Euro 4 or from Euro 1 to Euro 4.
Euro 4.
Yeah, so it's basically a step that this country has come, and I totally understand where I see bus lovers really wish that the F330
will come back.
Unfortunately, let's just tell them the truth. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen.
Because of the emissions.
Because of the emissions. And also, if you notice the trend right now, everyone is reducing engine size in terms of displacement to still give you more horsepower.
And switching to turbo.
More horsepower and more torque. But reducing the displacement. What do I mean? The new MAN engines that will probably land here 2-3 years to come are all 9.7 liters. They're using 11 liters.
11,000.
Yeah, 11,000 right now. Scania are currently on pump kubwa. Pump kubwa ni 13, DC13.
DC13,
yeah. And the F310s are DC9. So you will see probably the whatever is 13 drop to somewhere DC9-ish.
Wonderful, I think.
And then the DC9 would drop to DC7-ish. That's why everyone walikuwa na kashifu Mercedes for giving people a 7.2 liter engine, giving you 305 and about 1,200 Newton meters of torque. It's not the fastest of engines, neither is it the slowest of engines. It just does its work, giving you the best fuel efficiency you can ever get in a bus. So that's something that probably bus world fans should be expecting. Also, I know we love this thing called save the manuals, but then again, where we are going with transport, we are trying to make it so easy for the drivers, make the driver comfortable, so that he can pull Mombasa. The longest is Mombasa Busia, by the way. He can pull
Mombasa Port Victoria.
Port Victoria is number 2. Zimeachana na less than 4 kilometers. It's Mombasa Busia, Mombasa Port, Mombasa Luahaha, Mombasa Migori, then Malaba comes in there, then Kitale Malindi. See it is I'll check the tidbits a little bit later on and share with you. But yeah, so if a driver is going to drive on that quite long distance, it should be as comfortable as possible. So yeah,
but it is the same drivers who are pushing for manual buses.
Actually, the bus is not automatic per se. It has an automated manual transmission, AMT.
What does that mean?
It simply means that while it's left on auto, the gears will select automatically. But a driver can actually select the gears by themselves. It's just that fuel economy
will
go to the dogs.
Go to the dogs.
Because you see, the pre-selection is based on the load carried and the terrain. Okay.
So the The onboard computer decides, okay, so you're going up a hill, you're climbing a hill.
Yes.
Let's
gear
go
down.
to gear number
So
6.
if let's use the Opticruise GR875, the 8-speed gearbox.
No, Opticruise is for Scania.
It's for Scania.
Okay.
But then everyone has theirs. MAN is Tipmatic. It used to be Tipmatic, but now it's Traxon.
Traxon, okay.
Mercedes, we have Power Shift. The one that
that comes in the MP4 and MP5.
Yes, it's Power Shift.
Okay.
And then Volvo have the one that I love the most. It's called iShift. So all these companies, all these OEMs, including the Chinese, okay, they are bringing in the automated variants of their manual transmission trucks.
Yeah, and because I saw, is it JH5?
Yeah, that's JH6.
JH6.
Yes, that's automated transmission. Even for us, we have the 480 horsepower, Max, 480 Max.
Yes.
It's automated. We have the whole TX430. It's automated. And the joy of automation is, let the machine have the headache of
deciding what goes where.
But where push comes to shove and you need absolute control of the vehicle, then you're allowed to switch the button. It's actually flick the button, and now you'll have to select up and select down.
How does this automated manual transmission work, considering there is no clutch?
It's a knob. I don't know how to put it. It's a knob that you tap either up or facing yourself. So like for Scania, the Opticruise, both GR33, that's 12 speed, and GR875, that's 8 speed. You tap it towards you to shift up, and you tap it against you to shift down. It's tedious, yes, but yeah. So you check the RPM counter.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
So because again, there's a lot of computers on board these vehicles. The RPM counter, you will know this is the point that I need to shift
at,
because there's that green band thingy that people have come to. This is the best place to get.
Which is usually around 1500
to 2500. It depends on the vehicle.
Yeah.
So that shift is bringing more comfort, more pro driver features as opposed to. But again, if you still insist you want a manual transmission,
you can have it.
Isuzu iko hapo.
I like how we have just dived straight on.
That is how it's supposed to be.
Head on into these issues.
Yeah.
Let's take it. Let's start now from the beginning.
Okay.
Outside of the Busworld, what's your favorite vehicle?
I'll be honest. MAN. Not because I'm from one. I know people look at me and think it's Scania. It used to be Scania at some point. It used to be Scania at some point. Yes, it used to be Scania at some point, but until recently, I am leaning more towards MAN because of how easy they've made the driving experience to be. Secondly, because of how they are slowly but surely winning markets that would not necessarily be MAN strongholds, and getting customers that would never dare touch MAN, even with the end of a pole, with a stick, but they're coming in, and partly because of the dual air suspension, both front and rear. I think that is the most comfortable bus chassis I've ever been in, and I use this as a yardstick that every time I've boarded a shuttle going to Eldoret and I put my phone kwa mfuko, napatanga step counter imehesabu.
Yes.
Okay? I've boarded a bus, and it depends on where, including our own Mercedes-Benz, depending on where I have sat. If I sit on top of the front axle, step counter itapiga. If I sit on the rear axle, step counter itapiga. But for some reason, for MAN, it has not moved even a step. Today, the only steps I can account for, let me just account for my steps. Today, I'm still currently at 3,281, and this is the movement where I alighted walking back to the mall. I am now walking to the bus where we alighted to help ourselves, and then the bus stop over in Nakuru. So I can account for the steps.
For all the steps that
Yes,
you've
yes.
taken today.
Again, the other thing that MAN are doing, and I think most OEMs need to get to that point where they understand, is don't have a one shoe fits all solution.
Okay.
Don't have a one shoe fits all solution. Listen to the needs of bus car
Are not
the needs of Green Line.
Yes.
The needs of Green Line are not the needs of ENA. The needs of ENA are not the needs of Easy Coach.
Say Dreamline.
Of Dreamline.
Yes.
It's how you approach them, how you handle these customers, and how you keep these customers in that space where they are confident. I was telling a friend that if the Tamid MAN experience works out,
they are switching.
No, they have purchased.
No, if it works, they are going to switch all the way.
I think they are going to go all the way in. You know what I mean? When something works for him, he's all in.
No breaks.
No breaks. All gas, no breaks. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So, if the MAN experience works out for him, it's going to be
a game changer in this industry.
Yes, because it's similar to the time that the speculation that Tamid is going to buy an FVR.
Yes.
And I was just trying to picture if this thing works Mombasa Busia and it gives the numbers that boss wants, Isuzu would have gotten a big order.
But let's talk on this Isuzu FVR. Do you think that this shifting from the larger engines to smaller displacement engines is good for the investor?
Yes. Right now, the OEMs in Kenya have realized two things. We are shifting from brands to ROI.
Return on investment.
Yes.
Okay.
So let me use the truck world for instance. For you to get a European truck, ex-UK, you'll need north of 5.5 million going up.
Yes.
Give or take.
Yes.
And that's just cabin and chassis. And you're buying a truck that's 8-year-old.
It's already used.
Yes. So I've seen mileages that come in this thing. Kuna mtu niliona lori amechukua Mombasa and mileage ilikuwa 460 something thousand kilometers. And that is very new in the truck world. Okay? So 5.56 million. Guess how much is the whole NX371 which I sell? 6,188,000. Actros mpya yenye mimi nauza bado, Actros mpya ni 22 million. For one,
just the tractor.
Kichwa tu
22 million.
22 mic. So uliza bei F360 ya nini P360 ama P38 XT ushtuke.
They was working with a figure of around 12 million.
No. European trucks brand new are seriously expensive. Yes, you could feature.
But they usually say it's expensive for a reason.
It's expensive for a reason, but right now the Kenyan investor looks at this thing. Hii kitu nikichukua, nimechukua NX371 ama nimechukua FAO J5 380. Nimechukua hii kitu at 6, let me say 6.2 mic. Hii kitu inanivurutia mzigo between hapa na Kampala. For how long? Itanifanyia kazi for how long? Irudishe hii 6 million yenye nimespend na ninunulie lori ingine. That's how the investor is reasoning without breakdown. Because all OEMs offer driver training. So if the driver drives in the way that they've been trained to drive, maze hii truck itadumu. And my classic example is Rice Cement.
Yeah, Rice Cement switch.
Rice Cement have the oldest Sinotruck, Howo, NX trucks in the country, as old as KCC. Those KCCs zitatoa simiti Awasi, zikimbushe Webuye huko juu, zipeleke Kitale na zirudi.
So their plan is better or even comparable to the European.
For any Chinese truck, any truck including European, if you don't service it on time, you don't give it genuine parts, my friend, itakuonesha bad things. So this is Isuzu FVR that we are talking about. To me, it's a very interesting product. Okay. Unfortunately, for its discussions online are not dominated by the investors.
No.
They're dominated by my good friends, Dixon, Magero, Aluko, people who I actually respect, because when you sit with them and just listen to them where they're coming from, you learn a lot from them. But then somebody just wakes up and decide, mada si kitu ya maana, Isuzu
Isuzu ni lorry.
Because that is what they use. Yeah. And I'm like, so let's take a school. They want a FVR 34, 4x2, or Scania F310, 4x2, or MN HB3, 4x2. What's the cost of investment there? You see, for the school, they're looking at two things: transporting of students from point A to point B. Number two, hires to the community, which is sometimes not even a guarantee.
Yes.
So gari yenye ni easy to maintain, because hii gari itashinda kwa shule
unless kuna trip.
So ndo mtu hata afike hiyo 15,000 ama 20,000 ya service, but then that bus has stayed in school. Exactly.
Yeah.
Why watu wamechukua Mercedes? Because ukipatia mtu service interval ya 20,000 kilometers, by the time Mukumu Girls, by the time Alliance, by the time Kamasein Boys hapa Kericho, by the time Kericho High, by the time all these TTCs, technical training institutes, have taken the Mercedes, by the time they're getting their first service, hey bana,
wanasifia gari. They're saying this is the best car ever.
Exactly, because it's a solution that's meant for them. So for Isuzu, it gets bad rep, but it's a really good product. It's a really, really good product. It just gets bad rep for not being too powerful enough as compared. Remember, it's as compared to. You see, even MB 1730 in the PSV world, it gets bad rep because it's being compared to the likes of F360, MN 26360, the Chinese Trinity of Kinglong, Yutong, Hida, Golden Dragon, and Zongtong.
Yes.
So they're being compared to 360 HP machines, and it's just a 3 or 5 HP machine.
It has enough power.
It has enough power.
But no FBR has 270.
It's still powerful.
NM of 200, 900.
Kama F250 inapiga Mombasa maua.
But when you compare the load it carries as compared to...
thing, that's the other thing. Gari za Kenya, and what I've noticed, it's not so much about passengers. Pale chini ya boot.
So the manufacturer decides and 70 Newton meters of torque is enough for the passengers. But no, I want to put several tons of goods in the boot.
That's why I think Isuzu taking up UD as a distributor is coming to address that point. Because there's a CKE 330 4x2 and CKE 350 6x2. So these two address the power deficiency, and I wouldn't want to call it a power deficiency, because kama MASH, for the longest time before F310 shift, Malaba imekuwa ikipigwa na F250. Kwa flat iko sawa, kwa gentle incline iko sawa, lakini ukiipatia mlima mzito kidogo, you will actually feel it a little bit struggling, because it's again not remember it's a modified F250.
Yes.
Waliongeza tag axle, okay, to make it 12 meters number one, and to make it be able to carry
loads for weighbridge.
Yes. But it's a very good product. It's just that marketing yake, this is a 9-meter bus. Guess who's the king of the 9-meter bus? Isuzu, FRR, FSR, FTR,
that group of vehicles.
And soon the UD Corona is coming for that market. Imagine,
why can't we have a smaller Chinese variant of the same thing? Because I feel they're coming in the truck. In the truck industry, they're making moves.
Yeah.
Actually, for every FBR I'll see a FAO.
I'll tell you something that I don't want it to get me fired, so I'll say it in passing.
Okay.
There's already a Chinese OEM that's doing a market survey here in Kenya on two fronts.
Okay.
The 12 to 13 meter bus and the small 9 meter bus. But for the 9 meter, kuna swali yenye lazima tujiulize. Which Kenyan investor, and you're asking about that, but Basigo is already causing ripples in that PSV segment.
Yes,
and Basigo is King Long. Basigo, there's some that have, yes.
The electric ones?
Yes, it's a King Long engine. You didn't know, bro. You need to be keen.
I had no idea. I thought this was a new investor with a new engine.
No. All the Zongtong have part of the. Ukiangalia Basigo za KBS ziko na logo ya Zongtong. Basigo za
I need to be keen.
Kuna Basigo hizi zimetoka juzi zenye zilifanywa assembly at KVM. They have King Long logo on them. Actually, until I was told, that's when my eyes opened and I'm like, aha, now I see it. I have seen this logo. I didn't know. I maybe thought it was BYD or something. No. The Chinese are already in. It's just that your traditional 9 meter bus is Nico, is Paradiso, is ya kuteremka Githurai. Yes, kama hii yenye tumeona leo kwa group ya kuenda Nyeri Nakuru. Group. Yes. There's a very beautiful, it's called Niena Sacco or something. It looks very, very nice.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's traditionally that's the 9 meter bus that we are used to.
Them Samaria Mama FTR.
Yes, them Samaria Mama FTRs, hiyo ndio tumezoeshwa. That's a 9 meter, the Hino FC 500 school buses.
Yes.
Hizo ndio zimetuzoesha. This is the 9 meter bus. Whenever I think 9 meter bus, this is what comes to mind. But yet the Chinese have rear engine 9 meter buses that absolutely can do the job. Question is again, and who's ready for a rear engine in this country?
And actually, when we speak about that, I've remembered there was a time the former president announced that the NYS buses will ferry people from Nairobi. All of them were Chinese buses from NYS.
Those were Yutong F11s.
Rear engine ones.
And there were mini buses that plied Kawangware, Kangemi, this Kibra, and Imara, this and Madare and those groups. So those were the mini buses. They're still Yutongs. One of the people who has a lot of those fleets is Pullman Safaris.
Pullman Safaris.
Yes, and Kuldeep Tours. Those two, they have quite the fleet of the old. The smaller Chinese buses. Now, in the bigger Chinese buses, it's interesting. It's who sets up an assembly plant here that will get this market. Because an assembly means the CKDs are assembled here.
Right here.
And they're not assembled one shoe fits all. Let's say investor X wants luxury. Kampala, Nairobi, anataka first 10 seats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 seats zikwe VIP. And then the rest zikwe 2 by 2.
2 by 2.
So this OEM will do exactly what they want. Okay? Now, I don't want ISO luxuries. I just want 2 by 2, 53 seats. I'm a 49. Wacha tufanye 49 kama wengine.
49, yeah.
They can do that. I want 3 by 2 na nataka iko 67 packs. Non-reclinable seats, they'll do it.
Just standard seat, you sit.
Yes.
You're light.
Yes. I want standard seats, the 3 by 2, lakini nataka kufikisha 73 seats. So finya kidogo, they can do it. Why all this? Why is it? It's because different operators, if you give just using an example, how Bukinya will use a Yutong D14 is completely different from how Nyamira Express will use it.
Yes.
Okay, I'm using those two because they represent a lot of traditions in this market of buses. So back to Isuzu, it's a misunderstood product.
Can I give an analogy?
Yeah.
You have bigger biceps than I do. Right?
Yes.
So we are lifting, say cement, 50 kilograms, putting up here. We have each 10 bags.
Yeah.
Who do you think will do it faster?
Kuinua simiti nataka tactic. Tunaweza enda hivi yote nifike kwa ya 5.
Those are theories. No, you're running away from the story.
Okay, so well, I'll probably finish faster.
It's not probably. You'll finish faster.
I'll finish faster.
I'll strain when you are very comfortable.
So that's again, now it comes to, remember there's the habit that I was alluding to about the bus habits in this country, where a bus is also a moving cargo van. Special thanks to the companies that have lorries that transport
their goods.
Parcels and cargo, but a majority of the buses is still cargo buses.
Cargo buses, yeah.
And that is where the problem comes in. Because you'll run into Kenha. I kid you not. Especially if you have a 4x2. You'll run into Kenha.
Utapata mkeka.
Tutakupata Gilgil. Umepanga hapo kando. Wamekuuliza ebu form ni gani hapa?
Yeah.
Because I want to, my friend is living Eldoret. Okay? Anakuja Nairobi. Na anataka kuhama. So I go to Climax. They say, kona lori, itachukua hizi vitu. So me, I organize my pickup. I bring the things from the house. Naeka kwa ofisi ya Climax. Now Climax, see, lori ipande, I'm using that as an example. Lori ipande, basi ipande, fuel. Hii basi abiria ni wangapi? Haijaja. Hizi vitu zinaweza panda huko juu. Pandisha huko juu. So the bus overloads. It's a problem that we have in this country. Even lorry, mtu ananunua lorry ya tani 10 not to carry 10 tons.
Unapiga 30.
Nataka kupiga 12-13. Or Kenha itanipatia ka extra. But that is the biggest problem that we ever face. Now, to the point that when you hear OEM saying usieke carrier kwa Mercedes, it's not kwa kutaka. It's just trying to prolong the life of the bus. So this FVR34 can it do the work? It's the same configuration engine-wise and gearbox-wise for the 9-speed one as the FVZ tipper. Same configuration. FVZ tipper has a GVW of 26 tons. Okay? So 26 tons. So let's transfer the 26 tons to a bus. Are you seeing now where the problem comes?
Yes.
Because 26 will not be 26.
Will not be 26.
We
start with the body. The body is heavy.
The body is heavy.
66 passengers.
Yes.
They also have their small bags.
Small parcels.
Yes.
And now add cargo. So hiyo basi kikanyaga scale iko na 29 tons.
Yes, 28-29.
Aya, 28-29 tons unataka ipande Kinungi. In the same momentum ingepanda kama imebeba abiria pekee. Tunajidanganya.
And then you have a bus rated at 28 tons.
Yeah.
Weybridge reads 24 tons. And now you are comparing it to this one that is already overloaded.
Sasa umeona mahali shida iko. Because juzi I got the chance to see boot ya Janam. Hii busi ya Mombasa niliona.
Yeah.
The total ile uzito ilikuwa pale ndani, if you quantify it, sidhani hiyo basi ilisimama kwa Weybridge. They minimized on the load. Ndio lori ichukue.
Okay.
Unapata? Because again, kusimama Weybridge is kuwestia abiria time. Hakupanda gari iende kusimama Weybridge, si lori. You get?
So yeye anataka ikifika pale shows green,
ingia enda
toka.
Yes.
No, shows red.
Most of these bus companies that have lorries use lorries for cargo. It's safer
and it's much better.
Tuta waste time. So now you see, this is a product, but once the UD comes in, FVR will get its niche. It will get its niche kwa market.
Kwa your market.
Yeah.
Where do you develop interest for buses? Like where does this come in? You said that around 6 you discover, hey, this thing is interesting.
Credit to 2 drivers. One was called Mr. Saina. Saina, I think, is the late, or both are the late. The other one is called Siongei.
Okay.
So Siongei was the one on the British Leyland. Saina was on the Isuzu. And I remember some of the stories my dad telling me that I used to leave, nimetoka shule naenda huko kwa mabasi kwa garage to just have a chat with the drivers.
Yes.
So for them, I was entertaining because I would tell them a lot of jokes, dance for them, and nini. But I would also ask, okay, so what is this? Why does it do this? Another person that I really credit is 120. Khalid
Amudi.
120.
120.
Yes.
Okay.
Kama kuna mtu amenifunza MAN vizuri ni Khalid. Many don't know, but Khalid alikuwa anaendesha hii Divokorigi KCW 22V Baska.
Yes.
Alikuwa anaiendesha and at some point my first proper man experience ilikuwa kwa hiyo gari, and that vehicle is not a 350, it's a 380. That's why it is not a joke kwa highway. Ziko mbili tu.
They are two.
They're just two, Origi na Olunga. Those two are not to be joked around. So Khalid,
yes.
I asked him, I want to understand. Nilikuwa natoka Mombasa that day, and I was seated hapa mbele, so I exchanged seats because unajua Olunga ilikuwa na mlango, hiyo Origi ilikuwa na mlango mbele.
Yes.
So nika exchange seat, nikaenda nikakaa hii just driver ko pale chini, mimi niko hapa. So I would ask questions, okay? So between this and Scania, why this one? And he would explain. And then during COVID, okay, before COVID, kwa familia, tunataka kwenda Mombasa. Madhe, bus gani? Ambia, hiyo time Modern Coast was Modern Coast.
Yes.
So kuna time, remember, ilikuwa Dan Poa. Dan Poa Mzeia. Dan Poa was the driver wa Modern Coast from Mombasa to Busia. So my mom wanted, because I had Dan Poa and I had Gadhi Mgenge.
Harrison Gadhi.
Nilikuwa na namba zao kwa simu. So my mom wanted me to tell the driver amchukulie vitunguu. So you know hapo sekta ya vitunguu. Yes. So hiyo tu kuongelesha Dan Poa, hata madhali shtuka ndio amekaa hapa kando. You get, because your time Modern Coast CT11 was for staff. Yeah. Okay. So interest imetoka from utotoni. It's asking questions. I've never been fascinated. You see the way when people see a VW Golf MK7 and they get wow. It's never fascinated me. Mimi si Subaru. Ni gari tu iko sawa. It's fast. It's good.
May used to look at the Mercedes W24 and I'm like, wow.
I look at it, I don't process. I don't process that.
Okay.
Wacha, I started, I think there's a Tata vehicle. Tata LPT 1216. Oh my goodness. That vehicle aroused the big engine appetite. That's a 6-cylinder, 5.6 liter Juggernaut. 160 horsepower, around 550 newton meters of torque.
Okay.
Let me tell you, nilikuwa naendesha 1216, whether iko na mzigo or ni chassis pekee, nasikia nikaa niko heaven. And then I came to drive a Daewoo Novus and a Daewoo Maximus. A Maximus is the 440 HP automatic transmission ya Tata.
No, these are tractors.
Yes, tractors. So I drove one and I was like, what is this?
When is this you're driving these things?
Maximus was last year, Novus was 2022.
Okay.
So all this time nimekuwa mdogo, kukua pia kwa Mombasa bound buses, kukua kwa Kenya Busworld has exposed me to buses. Simu yangu gallery imejaa picha za bus. Unaona, I would see, so I would tell, and then again, this what I didn't want to say, but I think I'll have to say it.
Okay.
I used to hum the bus engine sound. Nilikuwa napiga ya Leyland, nilikuwa napiga ya Isuzu nikitoka shule. That used to
when you're running home.
Nimeshuka kwa stage. Sasa they want to know their son is coming home. Nimechuna a tall grass, nimeshika kwa mkono, so it's acting like the antenna of the vehicle, and then nakuja nyumbani. So they would know, Mr. Man is here. And so for then it used to look like a joke, it's a game, it's things like that. But little did I know it planted a seed in me that I am where I am today because of that simple interest. For me, big engines really interest me. I see a Scania F330. I'm like, that engine technology needs to come back. But then you realize, okay, the reason why it's not there is because of ABCD. So we are here because of a few things. Yes. And then just being in an OEM that, so now CFAO has exposed me to different, Tata nilikuwa tuna Tata na Daewoo. But now I have a cocktail to present before my customers. I rarely talk about horsepower and tonnage. Horsepower and torque to customers, because at this point we are dealing with a market that naweza beba tani ngapi. So I've confined or tailor-made my pitch into that. But 80% of the time of the interest is just research on my own, asking driver questions. Au madere wengi wa Mombasa bound buses, original MBB, kina Beka, these are people who volunteer information. They'll tell you what you need to know without necessarily breaking protocol.
Yes.
And attending when we have something, Scania and I host Kenya Busworld, and I can, looking forward to going to, though right now I can't step there because they are arrival for us at CFAO, but also just learning about, UD is they're gonna shake this market. I kid you not. There are things that you look at and because we have now gotten to a price, we are competing on the shilling. How much am I saving from you? Interesting competition right now is a Sinotrack Howo H352 truck, that's a 10-ton, versus the FAO JK6. 220 horsepower versus 180, 800 Newton meters torque versus 760 something. We are competing on pricing.
And they're also in the same class as the FRR.
Yeah.
FRR, is it 90?
Yes. So unaona mahali tuko ni hizo. So interesting, and then just the way the truck and bus world is related. It's related. I know most people don't know this, but the MAN HB4 series, the 26360, is just mated from the TGX or the TGA.
Very nice.
26360.
Very nice. Now that you've brought that point.
Yeah.
Some time back, Dixon Magero said that in Kenya, we don't have any bus chassis except for the Scania Tourings. He was arguing the same thing you're saying. The MAN HB4 is a MAN TG.
Yeah, it's a TG series.
The F360
is a P360.
So it's true that we don't have a bus chassis?
Let's say we don't have pure bus chassis in the country, save for the Scania K410 and the K380s that are there, save for the Isuzu LV434. Ziko tu pale GM na hizi za city shuttle umeona hizi refu. That's a pure bus chassis.
With a very big wheel.
Yes, that's a bus chassis. Ile accordion ya city shuttle. Ile accordion, the Leyland, the Ashok Leyland, ile inakaa accordion hapa kati.
Iko na ka tube.
Yes.
Connected
that one, that's a bus chassis. We mostly derive what we use as, and the Yutongs and I am just thinking, and I actually probably told Dixon the same. If we do our homework vizuri on the Chinese, we'll find a track equivalent somewhere.
It will be a derivative of something else.
Yes. However, that doesn't mean that what we have
are lorries.
Okay. They may share a DNA with a lorry, but this is a bus. For instance, bus car P410s. These are from the P410 rigid truck.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Isuzu FRR za Climax, they were converted from FRR lorries.
Yes.
Those ones zilikuwa lorry na body, wakatoa, wakaconvert.
Okay. Same na UDM KB210.
Yes.
Okay.
Fuso 1623, what you're seeing is equal to use now.
Right now
are also
lorries.
FJ 1623 lorry. It's just that the way the bus chassis comes, is minus the cabin. It's just the drivetrain, the vitals, and a driver's seat. That is why tunahurumianga huyo dereva mwenye anatoa chassis AVA akileta Nairobi. Amevaa helmet kama msee wa nduthi. Unanipata?
Yes.
Because we do not have a market that is ready enough to buy the MAN R440, 480, the pure bus chassis from MAN, or the K460,
the bus chassis from Scania.
Or the Volvo, the rear bus. Most bus chassis, the characteristic is a rear engine. And even that rear engineness is not to say that it doesn't have any truck DNA. No. The K410 has a lot of DNA from the P410. Okay?
When they're developing the engine, they develop for the same platform. But now, this one goes to the bus. Yes. Customize this one for the bus, and this one goes to the bus.
And that's why you've been seeing the rumor that, hey, vile money inakuwa popular, the only way for our guys Scania to beat that is to bring an F380.
F380, yeah.
Sasa hiyo inamaanisha hii P380 XT convert to rigid. Ay, ngori.
Ngori, why?
Ngori?
Why?
Because it's costly. If F360 price right now iko huko juu, sasa F380 itauzwa ngapi?
But see, there people will appreciate it.
People will appreciate it. Remember, the market is shifting. Except for the traditional guys who, when they go shopping, supermarket ni ile moja.
Yeah.
But very soon, you'll see somebody with a mixed fleet. Akona Scania.
At even people who used to operate, actually there was this discussion back then. Who only operates a Scania fleet?
Yeah.
Now they're shifting.
Yeah,
There's
exactly.
Isuzu in there.
Yeah. They're shifting. And the reason why they're shifting is ile application. So niambie, what's the most profitable route in the country right now?
Me will go with Mombasa Busia.
Mombasa Busia.
Yes.
Because Mombasa Busia, unabeba Mombasa, let's start Nakuru, Kericho, Kisumu, and then all those town centers from Kisumu to Busia.
Yes, all of them.
Okay? So it's a very interesting route. Why has Marsh maintained his Isuzu there? As much as, yes, the rumor has it that they're almost being rerouted. Not phased out. They're rerouted to Nairobi, Busia. It's because it's a route that is consistent in terms of cargo and in terms of passengers. Because hizo towns zote unabeba.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
Now, what is the cost of acquisition ya Isuzu FBR E6x2 north of 14 M? Kinakaribia 15 M. Cost of acquisition ya Scania is approaching, if not ishaingia upande ya 20. Hii 6 million hapa katikati ama 5 million naweza fanyia nini?
You can do a lot. You can do a lot with it.
So exactly. So that's why unaona Janam upcoming start with the Isuzu. Wacha number 4 ingie isaidiane na hii inapiga Port Victoria peke yake. Akishashika form sasa Royal alianzaje? Alianza na old. Yes, but he has now 3 new buses, an Isuzu and 2 new F360. Now watch the progress, because the F360 is in his first route, which is Mombasa Busia. So watch the progress from there. Very soon Mombasa Malaba will have 2 new buses, and then his other good route Mali anapata more. Why? He's now gotten to that point he can get into this asset finance thingy to get a new asset. But the cost of acquisition and credit advance, uliona kwa group history ya 105% financing. And I want to make it live on camera. It's not for everyone. Okay? We sell right now tunauza mashule school buses. Hapa CFAO tuko na hino FC 500 51 seater. Tuko na MB 917 37 seater. Tuko na Toyota van 16 seater at 105% financing. But hiyo 105% financing iko na some asterisk hapo. It is dependent on your banking and your riskiness. Because 100% financing is basically we're giving you the asset free of, yani wewe unapewa asset bila deposit, na pia tumekulipia comprehensive insurance which is 5% of the value of the vehicle. So wewe ukitulipa na kuna warranty, OEM atakupea warranty ya 2 years.
Yes.
Wewe sasa ukilipa, then we give to schools termly repayment schedules. Schools don't pay per month.
No.
They pay per term. So at the end of third term, they have I think it's a repayment holiday 1 or 2 terms. So they get to, sasa watu wenye wananunua gari sahi, si tuna target gari zao ziko ready first term.
Yes.
So hizo gari first term hatalipa. Akipewa 105% financing hatalipa. But pia ina depend vile unaongea na financier. Hii kitu ni kujitetea uko mbele. So for PSVs, I think it's just NCBA that currently are doing asset finance for individual PSVs, but pia ndio upate lazima account zako zikuwe in order. Hauna loan ya tala, hauna sijui help is not listed as a non-performing, so hizo ni vitu zenye ziko beyond you, unaona. But tala is listed as non-performing. Unaweza ichukua leo uapply loan kesho, banki kwambie malizana na tala kwanza, because it's listed as a non-performing loans. If when they're checking your M-Pesa statements, maybe wase siri, wanapata wewe tu ni mogobet or mbogibet, sijui what bet something. They also see, okay, huyu tutapatia 90%, huyu tutapatia 60%.
His risk allowance is around 60%.
Exactly. Okay. So wewe unalipa deposit ya 40 plus ile 5%.
So unalipa 45%.
45%.
Okay.
And then now bank inasema hii ingine tutakulipia. Because they've said you've shielded a chunk of it, 60% is shida. Sasa unaona mali inaenda. Acquisition ya asset is where the challenge is. And that's where our good brothers Isuzu are having a way of the market. And then the MOUs that this OEM sign with banks. Mimi nimekuwa kwa OEM moja, Tata. Tata, the banks that don't finance. Yeah. They don't have an MOU with Tata. Equity for the longest time doesn't have an MOU with Tata as an OEM.
Okay.
So mimi nikikuwa na customer wa Equity anataka Tata, it becomes a problem. Yes, do they finance? They do. Yes. But the rate now is different because we don't have an MOU.
From all the other banks?
Yes. Unaona, so mtu wa Equity anataka Tata, anaweza pewa 80%. Unaget?
Na his contract is 105.
Na angekuwa kwa MOU system, angepata hata 95%. Okay, so these higher percentage numbers are dependent on your account. To see,
they're not a guarantee.
It's not a guarantee, bro. Again, you could have a good statement yenye your turnover at the end of the year, monthly turnover at the end of the year, yani ukifanya 12 months yote. Turnover yako ni karibu 60 million. But of the 60 million, ile do ume withdraw ni 58 million.
58, so
wewe ndio umebaki, my friend.
How will you pay the loan?
Wewe hapo unakuwa riski kubwa. Now una understand mali industry. This is the journey that I have learned. The mistake, special thanks to my boss, former boss at Tata, anaitwa Arva Morbi wala. Ndamtumia link ya hii video ndio nijue tumempatia big up.
Yes.
But that lady taught me the ropes, what I know now in the truck world in terms of pitching and selling. It's entirely her, because she knew I was a green on, and she taught me everything that I know.
And how do you find yourself at Tata? Where do you come from and now you are here?
COVID ilikuwa imehappen.
Yes.
2020. Nilikuwa nafanya job in a football academy.
Okay.
Alafu mazee, because sponsor ali withdraw, tukaenda through a period where hakukuwa na mshahara. So my aunt, sister Madhe, alikuwa KRLD. Akaniambia, mse, mimi nikampigia auntie, mazee akili italipuka. Mimi nataka kukuja. Nikuje tu nitulie. So I went there, kumbe alikuwa ameongea na the dealer wa Tata. Kaambia, hey, just interview my guy. Anakuanga na interest ya hizi mavitu za basi na lori. So nikafika huko, nikafanywa interview. I didn't even know ni Tata. Nikapewa job. Na nikajua at the end of this month
I'm getting something.
Nitaleta gari, nitauza magari, nitauza Tata.
Yes.
A few 1 month later. Niliingia Oktoba tarehe 8, 2021. November 0.
So no, October, November,
December, January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. 1 year. No self. Why? I had to learn the product. And then learn how to mimi mwenyewe nijue chenye naenda kuuza ndo niweze kuambia watu kuhusu chenye nauza.
What you're selling.
Unaniget? Yes. So wakati ilifika hiyo point, that is where I got my first sell after 1 year. It was a long journey, but Madam Arva, ukisikia na credit kwa hii video,
kuna sababu.
The patience she had on me. The patience she had with me. Tumeenda kwa customers, and then all of a sudden, sasa nikaanza kujua the product. I now know
what you're selling.
What I'm selling. I owned up the brand. Nikakuwa the representative wa Tata kwa the black people, my people.
Yes.
So nikaanza kupata more solid, more better leads than what I've done. And then, started 2022 tukakuwa na election, so Panda drop. Then the Rift Valley environment is very tricky.
It's very volatile.
Wakianza planting season, hata kuuza spare part inakuwa ngumu. Labda tractor.
Because all the money has gone to the farm.
Yeah. But then now you've gotten applications here and there. Some are accepted. Customer doesn't have a deposit. Back and forth. So nilivouza my first unit, it was a tipper. I felt so good. Like everything had been given, I was able to return. Yani merudisha mkono. And then the others started following because I came to understand this product even better, and the market that I went to also warmed up to this product.
Yeah.
But then again, vitu happen where the business decides to take a decision that doesn't favor you, and because I'm not the owner of the business, nilijikuta nje. That was end of last year. So January this year nilikuwa na ngedhia tu, I used to call myself a free agent. Hapo ndo nilianza encounter Sinotrack Howo, because I was like, I can sell this thing, this Chinese truck, I can sell it. And true, I did. Yes, I did.
It was not just wishful thinking.
It wasn't wishful thinking. I did it.
Yes.
So I centered and curated my Twitter account to be specifically, I am the go-to guy for trucks and buses. Ukisikia unataka lori, unanitafuta mimi.
And you're on Twitter, you know the guy to go to?
Yes. With a follower, currently it's at 6.1 thousand.
Good job.
So, and then you can get your blue check mark for authenticity.
Yes, you're very fair. Yeah.
So, right now, najua nikiandika thread ya lori, inapata, watu wanaielewa. Not just traction.
And they take you as an authority on this matter.
Yes. And then I went one step further. My second line has my WhatsApp catalog. I curated it. And hizo vitu zote za horsepower, torque, ziko. But the most important juice ya tonnage, tare weight, na payload.
Yes.
Yo, nimeweka. So, hiyo ni February, nimeingia CFAO. nimetoka Tata niingia CFAO, nikaanza again. I had to learn
the product.
So I gave myself March. Nimeanza kupata. Something happened in April. I shut down completely. My life had to restart in April. You see, sema kwa camera because I'm protecting the person that happened. So nikaanza life upya. Hata kupitch to customers, I had to learn afresh because when I went to a customer towards the end of April, I thought I still got it, and midway I realized that, man, I've forgotten everything. My brain has shut down. Hiyo place yenye nilikuwa haiko tena. So I had to start again.
You had to look for that place again.
April nilifanywa training ya Hino. It's a very interesting product. Takuja kwa hiyo sasa ni part 2. Takuja kwa Hino and the misconceptions that Hino has in the market.
Yes.
And then nikakuja nikafanyiwa June siku 2 training ya Sinotrack. Nilitoka hiyo training, mimi ni mtu tofauti. And the evidence of that is how the conversions have become from then. Uncharted territories, questions I get, can we do Sinotrack, the H352, kama 51 seater bus? Says Jibuyo on camera, but uko nje tunaongeanga because again, this is Kenya. FAO did it. I don't think it's hard. Kama ile overland truck, somebody wants something like that. Inawezekana.
Yes,
inawezekana.
Yes.
Aya, Nganya. So I have the version ya the smaller H238 and H245. The Nganya one. Inawezekana? Absolutely yes. But mtangoja CKDs kuja. When they come. Yes.
Okay.
But people are loving the new aesthetics. So unaona we're getting mseme niuliza food truck. Unaona food truck. Yani it's a mobile jikoni, gas cylinder and everything. So lazima nipatie quote. Mi chassis ndauza.
But quote, for customization or not.
Yes, hiyo ni yeye. Chassis inawezekana imepimwa, it's strong enough to handle. Tea fairing, green tea. Green tea ni kawaida. I'm trying to think of gari ya kubeba do. Unaonanga ile
those
armored lorries.
Yes.
Can it? Yes, it can. It's just that wewe ndio utashughulikia hiyo body.
that body.
Mi chassis ndakupatia.
Yes.
Naona. So I've gotten to that point where now it's easy to listen to the customer, get the problem in his words, and suggest a solution that is viable. And even in buses, kama sahi, sina hata chassis ya Hino FC500. Zimeenda zote. Why? Yes, people have bought, not PSVs,
but
schools have bought the Hino FC300, FC500. 300 hata sijui itakuja when, because chassis zilisha kitambo. And why are they buying? Simple. School transport has become important.
Yes, it has become a business.
Watu wanataka, until recently, imebidi Ferrara skume to 51, but Hino was the only chassis doing 51 students, 51 passengers. So kila mtu anaitaka
because it can carry
more. Na kama ni utu tutoto to
grade 1, grade
2, a baby 51. Let's
of course a baby 51.
Saidi viti tatu wanakaa waile
in the big school buses unajua huko ndani,
jazo huko ndani, because it's now a business. School transport has become watu wa airport transfers, hotels and nini. Unajua hatuna allocation sahi ukinunua van, the nyumba 10, the big van, ile market inaitwa 9L high roof.
Yes.
Wewe labda tunaweza pata gari yako January next year.
It's always booked.
Allocations, unajua ukilipa ndio tunafanya allocation. So assembly ikifanywa inafanywa na zile allocations zimefanywa. Naona.
Okay.
So hata mashule tunajikaza pata 100% financing, tutumie ile letter of underwriting, allocation ifanywe. Hiyo gari ikitoka Mombasa, ikitoka EVA, straight rangi, pigwa yellow, logo ya school bus ni gani, ya school ni gani, weka logo, andika jina ya shule. It's standard. Unajua siku hizi it's a standard thingy. weka hizo, peleka MCI, weka viti. Shule ni 16 standard unless a school wants only 14. So yani ile 12 plus 2 14, but ingine ni standard. Na unapata shule inakuambia pana, wewe piga yellow, siko na roll cage, siko na ile beam, ile chuma. Haya, viti tuachie because anataka kuweka 2x2. 4 2 2 4.
Yes.
So abebe 18, 16 plus 2.
16 plus 2.
Yes. There are people who are doing that. And
even PSVs are doing that.
Even PSVs are doing. I think Mona Manchester Travelers akifanya hivyo. And to me, it shows that people are appreciating the local solutions to this transport challenge.
The transport needs of the country.
Yeah. So it's a mimi napenda mali industry, the places it's opened. Before najua kuenda kwa shule za government, how to pitch in a government school is not how you pitch to Makini school. Very different things.
Yes. They're not looking for the same need.
Because kama saa hii, I'll not mention the school, but I'm already in a war between 3 brands. Mimi nimepeleka MB 1730, 67 passengers.
Yeah.
Kuna OEM amesukuma pale same 67 but anaweka Terriers. Haya. Kuna OEM mwingine amepeana offer ya both. Ndakupatia Terriers na ndakupatia 4x2. Mimi yangu ni 4x2. So the school board now has to sit and they're buying through government contract. They're not buying cash.
Yes.
So hiyo nayo is a different way of purchasing. Yeah. So it's a good industry.
Can we also talk about the Mercedes, the MB17?
Yeah. Let's talk about the cat in the bag, MB1730. Again, this is a product. If the only thing that I know has happened is the pricing, because bei imeenda juu sana. Okay. To the point that PSVs are not seeing it because imekaribiana na F310. Imekaribiana sana na Scania F310. Because if for government contract we're doing it at 20 million, for normal so unajua itakuja 17 18,
it will be less by
it will be less. Okay. And for government contract, that 20 million is inclusive of body. Ingine wote just the chassis.
It's just the chassis. Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
Na body ni ile ya Homeboys. The default Ban Bros Mercedes body.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So MB1730, is it a powerful product in accordance to what the market has offered? What we've seen, I think it's not the most powerful. It falls short behind the F360s and the F310.
But it is powerful enough for passenger transport.
Yes, it will handle passenger transport if it's configured. Kama unaona vile easy coach wanazitumia, if it's configured for passenger and possibly light cargo, it will do the job. 2, spares.
Okay.
You needed to know the truth.
Yes.
Mercedes sio gari, utabahatisha na spares.
I thought someone argued that they were interchangeable with Fusos.
Maybe the 917.
But not the MB1730.
Not the 1730. Fuso don't even have a product of the 1730. Hata hii 1623 by then ni Mercedes. Hii 1623 Fuso hii. It's just a Mercedes engine.
And why then is spare parts becoming an issue?
Why I said spare parts is because you see the way we have a lot of Actros MP2s and MP3s on the road, where you'll walk into any stall
You'll find
and get spares.
Yes.
That's how people expect for Mercedes buses. And it doesn't work like that. Unfortunately, we cannot stock, or rather, the way this vehicle is configured, that it will give you optimum service. Ukienda kununua parts just anywhere, weke grade B, grade B, grade C parts kwa gari, and expect them to function like grade 1. Okay? Remember, this is a very small engine, a 7.2 liter engine, which means it has it's got a lot of sensitivity when it comes to, the parts that you use. Mafuta yenye unaweka. You cannot just walk into any petrol station and then weka mafuta.
Weka diesel.
No. It has specifications of how to treat it. And that's why unaona, while then it was a very easy product to acquire, the cost of maintaining a Mercedes-Benz, if you are not careful, it will turn into a headache. Hata hii W124 umesema, it will turn into a headache. Yes, and that is where we are with Mercedes, where I want to acquire the asset, but I cannot do modifications. Why modifications? I'm talking about making it 6x2. I know executive wameifanya, but please note, executive did it after warranty.
After warranty has expired.
And even on their other unit, it's going to be done. Hii unit yenye executive waligeuza used to be a city hopper.
They bought it from
City Hopper, stripped the body, did the interiors, wakafabricate upya.
Yeah.
And that one also gave us ideas, has given Mercedes ideas, because the next bus chassis is most likely going to have interiors. It may not be the 1730, it will have a different name, slightly more horsepower, but now unaona tukiweka interiors hata tonnage ita shift. Itakuja to 24-25.
Why was Mercedes hesitant on allowing manufacturers or on allowing investors to fabricate another interiors? Or even offer an in-house solution where you can come?
Brand, my friend, brand. We imagine tumeweka interiors kwa gari, alafu ichape.
But you're here to make sense. Ni sawa kutakosa kwenye kuchapa.
Not kuchapa ati kutaga, ianguke.
Hata tuseme
ianguke.
Hata kuna gari ya cha Tagazol nyuma.
Nakumbuka hiyo gari. So, mtu kaangalia hii gari.
Yes.
CFAO.
Oh, the brand name is at risk. It was sold by CFAO, so it's some people start associate. Okay.
Wakati Hino ilipigwa vita. Si Hino as a brand from Toyota Kenya ilipigwa vita.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Yet ilikuwa vitu tu watu waliongelelea huko kando. So there's sometimes OEM, and then also the specifications from where the chassis were being sold. Is that the 1730 cannot be at areas. Okay? It's a 12-meter bus, but it cannot be at areas.
It cannot be at areas.
But whatever will come next will probably have automatic transmission. And will probably also have will have Terriers. The Terriers is a must, because again, e-market
needs a Terriers. A Terriers is a basic need.
And it's not even weirdly, huko nje, like SA, Brazil, India, Europe, Mercedes has buses that have a live rear axle. Wachana Terriers. Wachana dead axle. It's live. The rear kikata pia inakata. Yes, we are there. We have them. It's just that again, so if I bring that, and that's rear engine, mazee gari tutaweka how much ndio it makes sense.
Tutanaza investors aje.
Yes, because a majority of this, the OM 500, the O500 engine series, that's OM 457 and 460, all of them are rear engines. So you see, we have to, if you're bringing a new bus,
bring the engine to the front.
Yes.
Speaking of, is it true that there was a fabricator who was banned from touching Mercedes products?
Yes.
Why was?
I hadn't joined, so I can say it because I was there. Because weight.
Uzito ya body.
Even right now, as much as we don't limit, we have fabricators that are on our panel for fabricating bodies for either trucks or buses.
You have someone on speed dial because this guy...
They are on our panel.
Yes.
Okay? For instance, Banbros is on our panel. Okay? Agro, even your trucks. Banbros for both 917 and 1730. Yeah. Master, wako. But then, zienda tu chini ya mti ukachukua fabricator unasema akuwekele body hapo juu. Haiwezi. And every OEM has that kind of operation. It's just that mimi nakupatia chassis, as much as I am not really in control of what you'll do with it, but hii chassis ikikuja back to the kampuni with the body for PDI, it has to go through the splash test, it has to go through the weigh bridge. So kuna ile mtu akiangalia with body, hey bro, hapo umechezwa. Umechezwa. But then again, sita kulimit on what you will do with that chassis. That's the fact of the matter.
But when it comes to PDI, it passes.
It passes PDI. And you see PDI, whenever there is an issue, you see the government would go to the first inspection report, because hii gari ikitoka body
Fabricator
inapitianga NTSA. Okay, then itoke NTSA irudi kwa sisi tufanye PDA. Alafu wewe kama inspector, kama investor utaipeleka NTSA tena on number plate. It was inspected on chassis level. It was inspected with the chassis number with the body, and now you will have to take it back with the number plate. Why is that important? Because you have to, the NTSA has to ensure the bus is built to the required standards through KABM, Kenya Association of Bus Manufacturers. But mazee, tuna vituko mingi sana hii Kenya.
Tunapenda shortcuts.
Shortcuts ni mingi. Nataka kutoa, si nimetoa body kwa nilibai 1730 yenye Climax aliwacha, nikachukua hiyo body. Asili ya provio na wase. Wacha nibandike kwa chassis yangu. It doesn't work like that.
Wait, is that why I can't, for example, at this moment, get a chassis, say an FVR34, take a body from an MV18, bandika it?
Ngumu. Remember, kuna the structure. The structure, ile ya machuma. Ile unaonanga watu wana complain online, mbona basi za Kenya ni death traps.
Yes.
Yet, hata makopolo huanza na hiyo structure. The substructure is constant. Lazima ianze na hizo chuma. Maybe ni quality issues, but tumetoka mbali. As an industry, bro, tumetoka far. Then, unachukua body ya MV18. Yes. I know Eldoret Express tried it. But have you seen the MV123s that had the MV118 bodies? How awkward they look. Like the Tokyo Diplomat. Tokyo Diplomat looks awkward. All they could get, because hiyo face ni kama ililazimishwa. And that's why Eldoret Express went back to KVM for fabrication. In-house ni kama hiyo story ni.
Na ile story ya Choda fabricating Higer body on a MV. Is it on MV123? For Guardian.
Ile nakumbuka,
but
hiyo ilikufia tu njiani.
It never came.
Why?
Just went quiet.
Remember the Higer that Guardian had. Ile Guardian walikuwa nayo was a K360. Rear engine. So hapa mbele ni sensors, all those wires and nini, electrical, the ECU, and then nyuma ni engine.
Yeah.
What's an MV123?
Front engine.
What's an FVR33?
Front engine.
So
you can't make
dead on arrival.
You can't make that true.
Ile kitu probably unaweza jaribu, uchukue makopolo body ya Tamid, wendo bandike kwa chassis zingine ya Scania, as long as the structure has been done to accept the makopolo body.
As long as we have 360 6x2 or F310 6x2. Even 4x2 will be problematic.
4x2 will be problematic. Because ishatengenezwa with that extra.
Yes.
Itakuwa problematic. And then ukijaribu kuiziba jua kali. That's when you are called timber fabricators. So, yeah, I mean, kuna vitu vingi sana that I would say come to play. And I'm glad investors are starting to see. It's not, for us in the industry, it's not so much. Like, even if we wanted, even our MB1730 with the Terrier scan, inaweza bandiko body ya makopolo. Inaweza. Lakini, tunaangalia pia vitu zingine, menua chassis hiyo body, upeleke EVA imewekewa hiyo body. That's why even MAN, if they are to bring in makopolo bodies, haitakuwa X1 to X1200, itakuwa the Andare FL1000. Because that is the specified body for MAN for Marco Polo. And that one can only be done with Marco Polo inside, like wamekubali, and through the appointed assembler who is AVA. So if you are ever going to see Marco Polo on MAN, it will not be the F360 Marco Polo.
So it is possible for people who don't understand that Isuzu can come with a Marco Polo body.
Exactly. And it's not they can come, they have.
They have Isuzu with a Marco Polo body.
Yes. Remember
Tata,
Marco Polo?
I actually have seen
yes,
Tata.
Tata have Marco Polo bodies. It's a product of Tata Marco Polo. So Marco Polo is a coach body. Iriza is a coach body. Is a coach. Marco Polo is a coach coach maker. Iriza is a coach maker. Hii ingine yenye watu wanapendanga. What's his name?
Paradiso.
Haiger is a coach maker. But then Haiger pia is also an OEM. We'll come to that the other day. But today, nataka ni rahisishie watu kazi. Marco Polo is a coach maker.
Ni kama body ya Masters.
Ni kama body ya Masters. Okay? So Marco Polo, under Marco Polo, kuna different bodies. Okay? So what we have in Kenya is G7, Generation 7. Okay? Yes. But Marco Polo wenyewe wako Generation 8. What you see in South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Namibia, Brazil,
Tanzania,
no, there's no G8. There's no G8 in TZ. Usidanganywe. Amna G8 TZ. Amna. It's okay. G7.
Okay. It's all of them are G7.
G7. Amna G8 yoyote TZ. Amna. The G8 looks different. I'll WhatsApp you a picture of the G8.
Please do. Please do. I think we'll put them side by side. The G8 and the G7. Yeah.
So Marco Polo, under Marco Polo, tuko na what we call Audes 1050. This is a new body, ndo zimeingia SA, but Audes is for Australia. It looks like it looks like what we have, E2, G7 X200, lakini it's slightly smaller.
Okay.
I'll share the Audes pictures. Nitakutumia hizi pictures zote.
Okay.
Hata nimeanzia mbali. Wacha nianze kwa low cost. Nataka Marco Polo na budget. Kuna kitu inaitwa Torino. Torino is the Marco Polo on a budget. Hizi ndio zile bodies zinaekwa kwa gari za kubeba wasewa mines. Staff vans, staff buses. Ni kile kirefu kinakaanga box with up facing wipers. Ni ngumu sana upate Torino na wipers za chini. Okay? So Torino pia iko G7. Okay? It can be fabricated on a Scania, preferably manual and front engine, MAN, DAF, or even what do you call it? As long as it's a front engine,
manual
chassis.
Yes.
And preferably manual. Though the G7s for Torino are coming with a lot of automated transmissions because Scania, so the F250, the MN, the HB3s and all that. So Torino ndio tunaanzia.
Yes.
Tukitoka Torino tunaenda kwa Viaggio.
Yes, I think
so
that one.
Viaggio 1150. Now remember Viaggio ni kama ile ya Da Express, ile ilikuwa inakuja Nairobi, Headmaster. Hiyo ni Viaggio. Looks like G7 X1200 but it's not. It's slightly different.
Yes.
Okay? And then now kuna hii yenye tuko nayo. Okay? So the Viaggio, after the Viaggio is Paradiso. And in between Paradiso and Viaggio is what we have in Kenya. Okay?
The G7.
Wait. Nimeruka. From Torino is Andare.
Andare FL.
Madirisha makubwa. That is the distinct feature of the Andare.
Yes.
The windows. Because Andares are 3x2. A majority of them. They are longer, at least 13 meters. Na zinabeba probably 70 passengers. Long distance. Popular in South Africa. Actually.
In Southern Africa.
Yes. So, I don't know where our G7 falls because it's somewhere in between the Andare and Torino or between Andare and Paradiso.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll come to that. Then we'll come to Paradiso. And Paradiso, we start with the 4x2. It's called, I think it's the 1200. No, 1200. Then from 1200, there's the 1350, which is popular in the south. So even G8 Paradiso 1350 is rear axle is live and rear engine. Hapo ndio utapata F360. You'll find the K's, you'll find the Mercedes, you'll find the Volvo.
Okay.
Tukitoka hapo sasa, now we go to Paradiso
double steering.
DD. So ni double steering,
double decker,
double everything. Okay? Or maybe unaweza pata ni double decker lakini single steering. But the DD is for double decker. So we get there. So by the time we get into double decker, unajua sasa market yetu tushaondolewa.
Run out of options.
So our X200 actually is in between Andare and Paradiso.
Okay.
So hapo katikati ya Andare na Paradiso is the Audes imekuja juzi. But why do we have the X200 hapa? It's X1200. It's simply because that is what this market can afford at this moment. I was seeing pricing ya Marco Polo, I don't know, but it's north of 35 million Kenya shillings. That is not a cheap investment to make.
That is not something you just wake up and go by.
Yeah, you need a plan. You need a route that will bring back that money.
That money for that bus.
And you need to know how much you will charge. That's why it's smart to see Baska do Thika Malindi. They just added extra 40 kilometers on what they were good at already. Okay?
Yes.
And I'll not be shocked if Tamid join that route very soon. Adding extra 40 kilometers on their Marco Polo. Only.
Yes.
Why? It's because this is comfort, and comfort is costly. Unaona hata sahi mtu akapiga 2x1 Nairobi Mombasa, lazima atacharge premium.
Yes, you must charge
Lazima atacharge
at a different price from the 2x2s,
Exactly.
3x2s.
Yes. Imagine 2x1 yote. So by the time we are getting to this all Marco Polos, we realize that, hey, sasa hii K460 and then K460 kuna type mbili. Kuna hii inaitwanga aje? Natural gas. Inatumia gas.
LPG.
Not LPG, it's called NG or what? CNG. Yes, I don't know what that means. And then kuna the K460 yenye inatumia diesel, but it's Euro 6. So utachukua hii mafuta hapa hivi ile petrol station kwa pale mtaa unataka kuimiminia.
Can't unless you do what they were suggesting. So nakumbuka kuna Euro 5 they said they
Suna downgrade. But sasa mbona nimenunua hii kitu kuja kuidowngrade hapa?
then you rather not buy that thing.
Because so unaona sasa mali this whole technology inakujia. Tumefika point where things are too technical. We need to simplify technology. Haya, tuko na blue power.
Yes.
Benz zetu zinakuja na blue tech 6. That's Euro 6. But downgraded to Euro 4. Because
Our diesel is not up to par.
It's not up to par. Haya, some vehicles come with that blue, others don't come with that blue. Unapata mtu anapiga that blue delete, inarudi Euro 2. So Euro 1 naturally, Euro 1 and unrated naturally aspirated. Euro 2 turbo. Euro 3 is common rail. Naona sasa tunaenda kwa common rail engines tena. That's
what is the meaning of common rail?
So easy engine. Common rail is a fuel distribution system to the engine. So with a common rail, the pressure that the engine iko na pistons ngapi? 6. 6 inline cylinder. It has 6 cylinders. The way the fuel is delivered to the engine is through a common rail, meaning the pressure that each piston receives fuel at is the same, constant at all times. Okay? But when you have what you call a 6 inline engine that is not common rail, inamaanisha the injectors deliver fuel at a pressure
that is not the same.
It's supposed to be constant, but it cannot be constant because piston ya huko ingine iko.
And then the first one will receive at a higher pressure than the last one.
Exactly.
Why is it important for this? Why is this important?
So, why common rail technology? Engines need to last long. So, for optimum, tuanze na ile kitu ya kwanza, fuel efficiency. Hiyo ndio number 1. Nataka mafuta. So unapata mtu anasema, basi tunakunywa inatupatia average ya 25 liters per 100 kilometers.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
So fairly good, not good enough. Wapata mwingine wanakuambia hey, sisi inatupatia 32. Okay?
Okay.
So
That's a significant difference.
Significant difference.
Yeah.
Wacha nirudi kwa gari. Let me use the smaller numbers, the ones I'm used to. Our H352 has an average fuel economy of 6.8 kilometers per liter. That's tested by our drivers. I'm sure somebody can push it to 7 kilometers per liter. I'm a 7.2, 7.3. Because it's a 4.6 liter common rail engine.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Our smaller H2 is getting numbers I'm hearing, because this is a 3.0 liter, I'm hearing numbers like 7.4, 7.5 kilometers per liter. There are others that are approaching 8, you know?
Yes.
So, with common rail system, you're guaranteed of a better fuel efficiency. Number 2, it will tell you also if you're using mafuta chafu. Because when the injector nozzles block, it means the fuel is not burning optimally. So you have a lot of smoke huko nyuma.
You have a lot of fuel that is going to waste.
Hapo ndio unaanza kuona gari ilikuwa inakupatia 6, imeanza kukupatia 3.5. You're asking, kuliendaje hapa?
Driver shuka. But it's not the driver's fault.
It's not. So probably it's the fuel. That's why these tests are also done. Where do you fuel? Usiende tu kwa any petrol station. And the last thing about a common rail system, it now introduces the turbo aspect. Because you have reduced
The engine, the displacement.
the displacement. So for turbo is just to enhance the power.
Is to cater for the reduced displacement.
Yes.
I think we have talked for 1.5 hours.
Na hii ni part 1.
Any part 1.
Wacha tufanye parting shot. Acha parting shot. Acha tuwashe. Tunaweza fanya kitu moja yenye itamaliza vizuri.
Okay.
Ndio watu wasione tu, because unajua tumeenda hivi, and that's how our podcast is.
Yes.
We go acha tupatie watu something wajue. Nione kama simu ilikuwa inalia.
Hiyo
Chelsea yangu. Tutamalizia tu na
Ofoda, yeah.
haya, sawa. So hii biz ya basi. Acha vijana mnataka kujua hii kitu. In Kenya, there's a lot of goodwill that even banks will extend to SACCOs. I'm talking to msewa boda mwenye mmejipanga hapo mtaa. I'm talking about drivers that have their own SACCO. Banks will listen to you. Cooperative, NCBA, Stanbic, all these banks, Tier 1 banks and Tier 2 banks, will listen to you better when your voice is coming from a united front. Sometimes acquiring this asset is not about getting the most premium machine in the industry. Remember, you are starting. You cannot run. Hata mtoto mdogo hakimbiangi. He starts by crawling.
Yes.
So one, don't look at, Scania and MAN inapita kwa highway and you're like,
that is the machine.
That's the thing. Start small. Probably that FRR 90, that Hino FC500 is probably the best that you can start with. If you know how to manage it,
you will manage the Scania.
You'll manage the Scania. Number 2, there is no bus brand that is bad. Some bus brands get bad rep because a good word travels with, this is proven science, watu waine. But a bad word will get to 16. Yes. And probably the bad word huwa inakuanga igari ni pole pole. Yes. Inakuna nazi. Haipandi mlima vizuri. Okay? Yes. Turbo yake ni finyu. Okay? But when you ask in the investor why they went that route, you will get to know more insights than you would have gotten
by
just talking
to anybody.
Number 3, you are allowed to shabikia your brand. And kudos to Aluko and Dixo. Dixo is actually very objective.
Very, very objective.
Ule wana mheshimu. He also knows more Mercedes than I do. Like hiyo ni heshima nimempa. And I love Kwanya na Man, Craig na Scania wale ma diehard kabisa. All these brands have their people who make noise. Remember, we're just fanatics.
Yeah, we're just
until fanatics. We dip our pockets and actually say, wacha ninunue F360.
Because I love it so much.
We have no right in trying to act like we are the investors.
We know better than
the investors. Nyamira are doing fine with the Isuzus.
Janam is doing fine.
Janam is doing actually very good with the Isuzus. Tosha are doing very well with the Isuzus.
Tosha
to Kakuma. They're doing very well. Liban is doing well with the Scania F360. Yeah? It's all about the application that we need to make. And for me, I would urge this whole bus thing is not like buying, or bus and truck. It's not like buying a suite. Do your homework. Ask questions. Preferably from objective people. Drivers, staff, fleet managers, owners if you can. Ask questions. So that when you are buying a bus, usianze MB917
niliambiwa
inaenda kama Fuso FI hata filters inasema, because if you ask the right question you'll notice that Fuso FI and MB917 are the same bus, same platform, same everything. The Fuso FJ623 is a Mercedes-Benz in disguise. You just need to ask.
You just need to get this knowledge from people.
And the other thing, use the internet to learn. Sometimes we have the advent tuko kwa AI revolution. Please, ingia pale, just Google. The AI will give you what you call a deep mode. It will take you to links that will open your mind and know beyond easy engine. You'll know beyond Scania K460 or okay, you'll now stop asking questions. Mbona hii serikali haikubali tulete K460 hapa? You'll now notice, okay, this is the reason. You'll now understand even the OEM, this is the reason.
This is the reason behind this decision.
And remember, it's a fun world. Have fun. Tim. Shalala.
With that, very thankful. We are grateful for having you. And part 2 you must be there because we've just
part 2 is coming. Yeah.
It was an honor, sir. Thank you very much.
Kimoja, man. Kimoja, thank you for having me.
So you are very welcome and come back again.
Yes.
Remember to share, subscribe. This is Busworld Chronicles podcast, the stories that drive you. Thank you for watching.